Welcome to the Veterans Growing America podcast. I am here with Mara Russell. She is the owner, and she says mess maker, but she is the owner and founder of Bella Luna Creations. Welcome to the show, young lady. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, sir? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I'm doing well. I really want to I love to get like right into the business because you have such a unique story, and I want to be able to give the audience, the clear view and picture of your unique story. So, can you tell me a little bit or share a little bit about your journey as a military spouse?
So I am a military spouse. My husband did 24 years in the military. Of course, we've been everywhere. We live most of the time overseas. So I did a couple of years in Germany. I'm actually a civilian also, so I did a couple of years on a Navy ship myself. And then while my husband was deployed, then we went to Puerto Rico. We lived a couple of years in Puerto Rico. And then from there, we went to Japan for the last 10 years. So we just recently moved back to the States after 25 years overseas. A little bit of a shock, especially when we moved in the middle of the pandemic, and I work in the medical field. So that wasn't that wasn't pretty, but we kept moving. We enjoyed it.
No, that's amazing. And so I think like the unique perspective of military life and moving around is really hard to kind of settle in the things that you're doing. So I know you probably had your career because you talked about working on the Navy ship, but how has that journey really fit into what you do now as an entrepreneur? So how did your journey um, land you into entrepreneurship?
So I've always been a crafty person. I love to do crafts. I do decorations, military balls, um, parties and all that stuff, wedding cakes. But overseas is a little bit hard to find the ingredients most of the time because I didn't know how to ask for them. Um, in some other areas, like you don't get the same ingredients or you don't get the same materials that you may need. So I've always done little things. When I got back to the States, it was like heaven doors open. Now I can order on Amazon and get
Mhm.
everything here.
Yeah.
So I got all my equipment that I needed, and I started doing it at home because, believe it or not, I'm a very quiet person. So I did it at home and sold to family and friends. And my husband and my daughter are the ones that pushed me and kept pushing me, telling me that I had to go sell. So then we walked down the street and we found Veterans Growing America. And Don was out there, welcoming people and with all his energy and stuff. So
Yeah.
we walked in and my daughter kept pushing me and said, Mom, you have to do it. So she knew that I was a chicken, that I wasn't going to do it. So she actually drove from South Carolina to Virginia for one weekend just to put my table out there and sell my stuff. And then once I had a little bit of a taste of what VGA was about, I've stayed there. I've been there for almost a year, and they can't get rid of me anymore.
Oh, I love it, and I understand it because the atmosphere is there is crazy. We'll talk a little bit about that in a
Mhm.
minute, but tell me a little bit about the unique proposition of your business. So, what do you sell, and what do your creations look like?
So Bella Luna has like it's first of all, Bella and Luna are my grandkids. Those are my babies. I walk life for them. And then it's most of the original art that is put on personalized items. So I do tumblers, I do coasters, I do digital art. I can make logos, I can make journals, clothes, anything that can be personalized or customized to make your memory or whatever you have in mind to make it special and unique. One of the things that we do that is very unique is that our set of coasters are original art, and we only print them once. So when you
Mm.
buy it, you get that unique piece, not the repeated that you might be getting if you go to Amazon or Walmart that you get, your neighbor might have the same one. In Bella Luna, your neighbor's never gonna have the same one because there's not two of them.
Yeah, that's amazing, and I love that thought of when you say custom creation, it really is unique and a one of a kind piece that you put together. Um, and I know how in business it is truly one of the toughest things to get into. So, can you share with me some of the toughest parts of getting into business for you?
So the toughest part for me was actually getting up there and sell something. I am terrified. Sometimes I don't think that just because I like it doesn't mean that somebody else will like it. And then I didn't have the right resources. I didn't have the right guidance to be an entrepreneur. I've like I said, I mentioned I work in the medical field, so it's almost always a one-on-one conversation with my patients, and it's repeat. I work in physical therapy, and I rehabilitate medical personnel that has fallen to drugs and alcohol. So it's basically the same guidance, the same resources. None of them have to do with entrepreneurship. So I didn't know how to, how to get a EIN, or how to get an LLC, those kind of things that I may know a little bit about how to create the stuff, and I know I can make a canvas. I just didn't know how to properly sell it. I had no idea about the taxes or anything like that. So VGA has been the key to get it all together.
Yeah, well, like when you go into business, that is really one of the like most stressful times because you're taking your talent and you're putting it on display, but you're using a separate talent to, you know, make money. And that is really
Mhm.
two different worlds. And I really commend you for, going out on a limb and becoming a business owner and learning the ins and outs of your business. So can you share with me maybe some key lessons as you were going through that process of what could you share with our audience some things that you would have done differently or some lessons that they should know while they're trying to get into business?
So right now, what I like the most about the environment that we're in is that we help each other, and I never had that before. It's like walking in a place that everybody is selling. Everybody's selling to the same customers that you are, but nobody's competing with you.
Mm,
Everybody's just helping you. So if by any chance, one example is I went and said, I've never filed taxes as a business. I have no clue how to do that. And the lady that was next to me, she jumped in. She said, "Oh, here's my accountant. She's super awesome. You have to do this, and that." And it was overwhelming because you don't get that anywhere else.
right.
And then if somebody else comes and say, "Hey, I don't have a logo," or if we see that somebody's struggling because they don't have a tablecloth, they say, "Hey, I bought mine from here. You might want to do this." Or, "Hey, can I give you a hint or a tip for your business? Because I think this will work." Or somebody came and asked me about this when you were gone, and I gave them your number. You don't get that anywhere else. You get that at VGA. And then even after I came to VGA, I went and vended other places just to try because I brand new vendor, never done it. And I came running back because
Yeah, because it's not the same.
it's not the same. The camaraderie is it's just unique of the military lifestyle, either if you're active duty or a spouse or a dependent, whichever it is. But when you live in this environment for 20 something years, it's like you can't take it away from me now. So we
Yeah.
all bring it back. Even veterans that have been out of the military for 20 years, they come back and they feel the love of just being around the group of people that we're used to be around.
Yeah, I love that about VGA and seeing the veterans really come together and connect and continue that camaraderie that they miss. And I'm
Mm-hmm,
an active duty member still myself, and so for me, I already know what I'm getting and I see it and I'm able to contribute my piece to the
mm-hmm.
family. So let me ask you this, like, so what are some of your future plans with your business, and then what does that look like going forward as you continue to be a part of the VGA community?
So right now I had just expanded my website. I started with a very simple website, just selling designs. So as of last week, now I even designed shoes, I designed clothes. So we're branching out to other things that I've been doing for years. I just never put them out there. I'm also kind of jumping in as part of the team for VGA. So I'm doing their sponsorship program now. So that way we can get more. My idea of bringing sponsorship to VGA is that if we can get sponsors that can help us get those smaller business that may not be able to necessarily afford a table or a weekend or a special event, so we can get sponsors and kind of help each other out. One of the next events that we have is in March 8th, we have International Women Day. So among a whole bunch of female owners, business owners, we're going to make an event by flowers, buy different items to showcase and, highlight those female veterans and women entrepreneurs that are at VGA, to let them know that, we got their back, we can support.
Oh, that's amazing. And so before we get out of here, I want you to be able to share your products. How do people get a hold of your products? Where can they find you? This is the best part of the show, the shameless plug. Tell them where they can get the stuff.
So I am actually a permanent vendor at VGA. So my stuff is there 7 days a week, Monday to Saturday, 12 to 6, and Sundays, 12 to 5. I also have, like I mentioned, my website is www.bellalunacreationsllc.com. And there you can get shower curtains made, custom shower curtains, bed sheets, pillows, shoes, clothes, tumblers, coasters, journals, pretty much anything that can be personalized. We're going to have graduation caps. We're going to have anything for Mother's Day, tiles. We can put your picture. We can put special events. I actually have a tumbler that has a Bluetooth at the bottom, so you can hook up your music and, your drink of choice in your tumbler, but you can listen to music while you have your drink.
I love
So
that.
come and see us.
Yeah, I might need to slide down there and grab me one. Yeah, so for all of the audience, please ensure that you check us out on all of our socials. Visit veteransgrowingamerica.com. And if you want to become a vendor, that is the best place to get plugged in. Everyone is welcome from active duty veteran members, active duty veterans, spouses, family members. So please come down and see us, and don't forget, all you got to do is
shop, baby.
Shop, baby. Over and out.